Hello world! Welcome to another episode of, excuse me, Queer Tea. I'm starting this series in the month of Pride here in Toronto by answering a LGBTQ related question. Yesterday I answered the question of what word within the LGBTQ community have you reclaimed? You've heard me call these series queer questions before, so queer is actually the word that I've chosen to reclaim. I think probably I'll do queer question hashtag and maybe LGBTQ question hashtag, considering the fact that I haven't really heard from anyone else in terms of that being a word that they're comfortable with. I mentioned yesterday too, I actually don't really know how the word faggot sits with me, for example. So, anyway, with that said, if you guys would like to join in by answering some questions, by all means, please do. I think it just would be a fun project, I guess, to see all the different ways people would answer this question. People, especially within the LGBTQ community, it's such a vast umbrella now with so many different types of people within it with a variety of different identifications that don't even relate to the queer community, for example. So I feel as though that would have an influence on how someone might answer a question similarly or differently from me. Maybe maybe they answer it similarly because there is an influence, or there's an influence culturally if we're looking at most people in Canada that I'm able to reach out to answer this. But anyway, now I'm rambling on, so let's pick another question. These were questions that some of me and my friends put together when we were going to do a TV-like series inspired from One Girl, Five Gays. Just again to get a broader view and perspective of people within the queer community answering the same question. It was difficult to get everyone together, so that's why I'm doing this version right now, so it allows anyone who wants to make a video to post as well and join the conversation. So, how does your queerness play out in your family? Awesome one. So I want to start out by saying that I'm extremely blessed with the support I get from my family. I sometimes feel guilty talking about my queerness because I haven't had, at least through my family, which this is why I'm extremely lucky, I haven't had really the severe adversity that you hear so many queer people going through in terms of being disowned and kicked out, and that is not the case for me. I have a family that loves all those different aspects about me, and I definitely found that there was some struggle when I came out as non-binary in terms of them being able to adapt to those pronouns. However, they're all really supportive. My grandparents, for example, were going to PFLAG before I ever came out to them, and that was just because they wanted to have more information about the queer community that they could bring to the table when they were making their church affirmed. So I also am lucky to have a very positive combination of faith and the queer community in my life, which again is also really rare and super special. I will say that, for example, my family is really active. As you can see, I'm wearing some active wear, getting ready to work out soon, and that's something that me and my whole family have in common. It's really easy for both me and my mom, my sister, to go to a Pilates class, for example, and it's not going to be like one of us is going, ugh. And I'm not just saying that that's the case with my queerness. However, I am the only one in my family who identifies as anything in the LGBTQ acronym. So there is a little bit of friction there, but it's all a learning process, and I think that maybe I was meant to be born in this family that is learning along with me, and I'm lucky enough to have a family that's super supportive and is learning, and we learn from our differences, and I'm lucky enough to live in a city that is super accepting yet still has pockets of communities with generations and with just different types of people who haven't been exposed to all aspects of the queer community, and I love that I can lend that education to that. So again, I've rambled on a little bit here, but currently I'm just the one in the conversation right now. So if you guys would like to lend your opinion on this stuff, I would love to hear it. If not, thank you for continuing to listening. Can't even talk now. Thanks for at least taking my video, giving it a look or listen, and I'll just sign off here. So bye guys.